Yo, what's up? Aeytha here, and I'm going to teach you guys how to play Naafiri in the mid lane in a unique way, my way, using my playstyle as well as my unique build. But before that, obviously you guys need to know if you guys should listen to me, right? Just a little bit about myself. I'm a Season 3 Challenger player. Yeah, I know, washed. But last season, I did hit Masters about 2 times, back and forth. That is my peak recently, and I have about 500k mastery points on Naafiri. So I at least have some experience on the champion, right? I've been playing Naafiri mid lane for a long time now, and it's super fun. And I want to teach you guys, the viewers, on how to actually optimally play this champion to the best you can, right? So before we get into the gameplay, I want to talk about the rune page run as well as the item build. So the rune page run is Hail of Blades with sudden impact, Grizzly Mementos, and Ultimate Hunter, along with Presence of Mind, Coup de Grace, Double Adaptive, and Flat HP. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, why Hail of Blades? In my opinion, I think Hail of Blades is Naafiri's strongest rune, if not the strongest, because it provides Naafiri with 2 main things. Dueling potential, as well as the attack speed buff that adds to her dogs, since her dogs scale 100% off of Naafiri's attack speed. So getting all 3 bites in instantaneously, along with the dogs biting the opponent too, adds so much burst damage that Electrocute would fail to provide. It's also on a very low cooldown too, so that's why I run Hail Blades. It has meant to be a lot of kills, and if you try it, you might be surprised at how much kills you'll get. For the item build, it's not too different compared to your typical bruiser build, but I have been running a Shojin Rush into Voltaic, into Black Cleaver with situational items later into the game. So I rush Shojin here for a lot of reasons. It gives you that nice health pool of 450 HP with a nice 45 attack damage buff, but the big things here are the passives. The 25 basic ability haste, giving you so much ability haste across the board for your basic abilities. But the more important one is the added damage this item gives to all your basic abilities, as well as your passive, meaning that your dogs bites do more damage. So just this item alone as a first item rush provides you so much bonuses. Now, to segue into the mid game, Voltaic is an undervalued and honestly an underappreciated item on Naafiri that you should try. It gives you a really nice burst of damage, but the most important thing about this item to note is the slow it provides. It gives you, what's the slow here? About 99% on a slow on your first auto attack when it's energized. This has netted me so many kills, and it makes you a very sticky target. And also gives you that guaranteed Q1 and or Q2 skill shot land on the opponent. And of course, Black Cleaver for obvious reasons, as well as the other items listed here for situational purposes like Edge of Night, right? So that's the rune page I run, as well as the item build. But there's one more thing before we get into the gameplay, is how I start my level 1 games as Naafiri. About 80 to 90% of matchups, I would run level 1 my E, which is Naafiri's dash. Very different compared to your typical level 1 Q on Naafiri, right? Because you want that range, you want that poke, etc. And I do that sometimes too, depending on the matchup. But a lot of the times with this build, you want to really take advantage of the Halo Blaze triple auto attack burst. And when you dash onto your opponent, closing that gap instantly with the added damage from your dash, it just adds that much burst, and you'll instantly half health any opponent if they allow you to, right? So of course there's some smart players out there that wouldn't let you have that opportunity, but a lot of players actually assume a Naafiri starts Q. What they don't think about is that they start E. So look at this target dummy here real quick. Just gonna show you real quick what it looks like. I E on the summoning, auto, 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 and since the target dummy has a little bit more HP, but you'll see how I do about 400 plus damage to the opponent through just E and 3 auto attacks with the dogs biting as well. That equates to half the enemy's HP, if not more, depending on their HP pool. You have to try it out yourself. It's so OP. You guys will see in this gameplay that I'm going to show you right now. Alright, we are in a ranked game here, And it's going to be a high diamond lobby, about diamond 2. And it's interesting to see a Masters player in the lobby. Very interesting. And we are up against a Zilean, I think. If not, then it's a Xerath. Regardless, our level 1 is going to stay the same. And we're going to try to get that level 1 pressure in. And then get level 2 prio by starting with our E skill, our dash. The main goal you want to do for Naafiri and reach for is to get that early game power spike into Shojin, and then capitalize on your early lead and power by roaming to top, bottom, or helping your jungler out, as Naafiri is very good at roaming, and especially very good at tower diving. So we're going to look for some tower dives at mainly the bot lane here, and potentially mid. So at the start of the game, I kind of look at the matchup, see what I'm up against, and if it's poke, I usually go Doran's shield into a pot, and then I immediately mute all because I don't want to hear my team talk, and I just want to focus on my own gameplay. And then I immediately go to the bush that is on the enemy raptor's side, which is gonna be this one for me. And I kind of just chill there until the game starts, and then once the minions spawn, at around 1:15, I want to ward their raptors so I get some information on when their jungler will arrive there, whether it be earlier or later, so I know how to play in the mid lane. So I'm going to start E here. I'm up against definitely a Zilean mid with teleport. So it's going to be easy, at least early on, then it's just going to be really annoying, and we can't really trade with him, especially because he has ult to revive. So once we hit 6, we kind of just want to like push roam. We don't want to stay in lane and trade CS for a Zilean, because we want to impact the map and be proactive as an AD assassin. Alright? So minions spawn here. Usually wait till like 110-ish. I'm gonna walk up and then ward the raptors. Then we'll know where their enemy jungler is. Okay. I'm going to show you guys what I like to do here. I like to auto-attack the melee minis a little bit, and then try to find an opening to all in with my E and get 3 auto-attacks in. So we see the Gwen starting the Raptors, so we know she's going to start top side. And I'm going to E in right here. E, 3 autos, and then immediately win the trade. And you see how Zilean's already half HP just from that. So now we have struck fear into the enemy. And they're probably going to play passive from here on out until they get their second ability. But now we have level 2 prio, as you see here. I'm going to get Q, actually, here. So I can push the wave and heal. You can land a Q1, potentially. Yeah, Q1, dash, Q2. Ooh, missed just by a hair, but it's okay. As long as we land 1 Q in the early phase, that's enough poke for me. We just want to get him into kill range here. I'm gonna Q1, I do land it. Q2, too far. If I stepped up, I would get attacked by the turret because of the bleed. It would aggro onto me. I'm gonna E this so I don't get hit by a bomb because I don't want unnecessary poke damage from the bomb. And then I just want to keep pressuring the mid here. The Gwen is topside. Fails the gank. Actually has to use Ghost, so don't have to worry about that when she comes into mid potentially. The Q1, E, Q2 misses. I thought he was gonna dodge up us, okay? We make him use both of his potions, and we still haven't used ours. Especially the fact we have Doran's shield, and our mana is very healthy as well. So I wonder if he has to back here. I'm not gonna push. Oh, we see a Zilean. But yeah, he misses the grab. It's fine. I feel like at most he'll be able to potentially get like a flash, but it's just not worth it. Alright, he misses the cannon gold at least. And I get mine because the dogs actually auto CS me, which is a great feature on Naafiri. When minions are low health, your dogs have a chance to insta kill them automatically, which is very nice. Just like that, just like that. It's like auto CS feature on Naafiri. Super nice, super nice. I'm gonna Q this, and then Q over there, then ward this top bush just so I don't get ganked by the Gwen. And just keep pressuring the mid lane here. I still want to try to look for a kill angle before level 6. Alright, we land Q2, but Gwen's here. She doesn't have Ghost. And Gwen's gonna walk up here. I'm gonna follow up with the... Oh, nice grab! Very nice. We get the kill onto the Gwen. Very nice. That was a good grab. And she doesn't have flash because she already used her ghost. And she's not running flash, so that was a very easy kill. Super big, super big. Okay, I'm gonna land Q1, Q2. If Q2 landed, I would have flash E'd and then autoed for the kill. But you don't want to get too overzealous with that because you don't know if you'll actually land the Q. And I could have had the option to Q flash. I missed the cannon, rip. But I don't know if I'll be able to land it because that guy was zigzagging a lot. I have died a few times by missing my Q flash early game, and it set me far behind. Alright, we're gonna get our tunneler here. We're not gonna get pickaxe because I want to get health in this lane, just to have more durability. And then we're gonna look to roam when we hit level 6, because clearly the Zillion is not gonna allow us to kill him. He's gonna play super safe, as he should. So because we know that, we don't want to trade CS. We want to be proactive in the game, roam, and really capitalize on the fact that we are a very scary tower diver. So I'm actually gonna make my way. Oh, make my way towards here. With the Zillion. He knows he can't land a second bomb on me, so he's just gonna do that instead. Separate the bombs. I was gonna go for bot lane, then I saw the Zillion, so he must have warded this somehow. Alright, well now he's low. He's not gonna be level 6. Oh, now he is. He's definitely trying to rush that. Alright, very nice fire bot lane. I just saw Xerath back. So I don't know if he's gonna stay. Oh, is he gonna stay? He's full health though. I'm gonna try to help them out here. Oh, he's going all in. Oh, that's because the Gwen's there. I'm gonna try to gank this. I'm gonna counter gank. I'm actually gonna W because there's out of mana. Flash ult. Then go after the Gwen. E ult. Q. Because when you're on top of them, it guarantees a Q. We get the Q2 and get the double kill. Very nice. And we're gonna head back to mid here. So a very nice counter gank by me, the Naafiri player, giving us a nice snowball lead. And since we're healthy, we can go back mid. This guy still has flash and ult, so he's gonna use at least one of them. Oh, he's not gonna use any because he knows he's gonna die. He just died for the plate. Honestly, the best move he could do was die for the plate, since he was dead anyways. Not bad, not bad. But we still get the kill anyways. Very nice, very nice. Game's looking pretty good so far. But yeah, you see the power of Naafiri mid. You really want to roam as much as possible. Because your roams, yeah, they are nothing to underestimate. Your tower divers are insane, especially at level 6, where you can just completely close the gap instantaneously twice, and that's just your ult. So you still got your dash, you still got your W for the movement speed to dodge a CC. Just so many things to really make you a good playmaker, AD assassin that your team needs. So we're gonna get pickaxe here with boots. I want to try to get a little bit more mobile with a little more damage, and we're almost finishing our components for the Shojin. Which I'll show you guys the power of that when we get it. It's super strong, very OP. Yeah. Alright, so our jungler is getting invaded. Unfortunately, no Zillion ult. And there's no way we can 2v3 this. Yeah, they're too strong. Unfortunately, our jungler got collapsed time. So we saw that. It sucks that happened, but we can push out mid and then get one plate. And then my goal is to tower dive bot lane after this plate here. So 1, 2, 3. E out, and then look for a tower dive bot lane because we have ult now. Hopefully there's no vision, but honestly, they probably already know. They probably already know I'm coming down here. Anyways, we'll save our W for the dive. E ult. Oh, okay. I guess the Nyx just finishes the Tristana off. That's fine. That's fine. I get the assist anyways. Very nice. Let's go back mid. Zion's gonna get another plate, unfortunately. Yeah, this is the downside of roaming a lot, is that your opponent punishes you with the roams by getting plates on your tower. But you know what? I'll take that trade because I want to try to get my other lanes ahead as I give up my mid-turret plates. Because Because as an assassin, you really want to be proactive during the game. You want to get as many kills as possible. And just truly set yourself up for success. Okay, we're going to look for bot lane again since we just pushed out mid. You see what I mean by being very proactive, keep moving, keep making decisions. Even if nothing happens, you're still providing a lot of pressure. Just gonna get this ward here because they're already backed anyways. I don't have any ult, so it's fine. I'm gonna go back mid here. But next time I go bot lane, which is hopefully after this mid wave clear, we can kill them because they are low. Very low, and I'll have ult. I'm actually gonna go down there now. Looks like you don't need me.
Rampage.
Oh, okay, I guess they don't need me. Alright, good job bot lane. See, if they didn't kill a Xerath, I would have confirmed it anyways. But luckily, our bot lane is performing very well. We're providing a lot of pressure as a mid laner. The Zillion can't do anything. And they're just really scared of the Naafiri roams. Okay, if the Gwen goes on to Sony here, I'm gonna stop my back, but it's not. Alright, we're gonna get our Shojin. A Shojin at 10 minutes is super strong. I'm already beefy, but I'm now even more beefy because of the health. And now I do a lot more damage. Everything is a lot less cooldown. Just overall, a crazy item. A fight's happening in bot lane here. Nice Sona ult onto the Gwen. The Zillion ult comes out. I'm gonna come down here for insurance. Huge fight here, possibly a quadra kill for me. If I get here in time. They're all running away. I'm gonna W here just for a speed boost because I don't think they have any CC. Ooh, they stopped me. Yeah. Unfortunate. At least no one died on our end, but they're super low. So I'm gonna pressure them more here. I'm gonna go over to this bush. They don't know. There's the stun. It's on me. I'm gonna E ult onto the Xerath. And then W. Probably gonna flash here. Maybe. Nope, I'm gonna ult onto the Gwen. Q2. Don't get the heal though. I was hoping for a double kill, but the Zillion and Gwen followed up really quick. I still got the Xerath though, so very nice. So you see how I W'd there almost instantaneously after doing my Q2 onto the Xerath? Or I think it was Q1. Q1, Q2. Regardless, you see how I W'd there right before killing the Xerath? Is because Tristana was trying to set up for a Tristana Insect with her ult. But because I W'd in time, I was able to avoid that, and then got out safely due to my team being there as well. So we got bot turret here, and usually this is where the mid game starts, where one of the turrets is gone, whether mid, bot, or top. Usually bot or mid. And then, as a mid player, since my bot lane got their turret, I will now transition over back to bot. We basically trade lanes, as is the mid game, as you want your bot lane to get more ahead by staying in mid. It's a shorter lane, get the tower there, easier CS, etc. They're not prone to ganks, and I just take the side lane here. So I'm gonna hover bot lane mid, go after the Xerath. I don't think he sees me. Maybe. No, there's just way too many wards. Alright, he definitely does see me. There's no Xerath ult now. We're gonna push out this bot lane and then head over to mid to help our team. As always, you want to be proactive. You gotta keep moving. You don't want to stay in the lane. You want to be the assassin your team needs to dive and get to their backline. I'm gonna hover here. I could be getting that CS, but that's fine. I want to see what happens mid. We can dive the Xerath, actually. I'm gonna ping going in. I'm gonna bait out his E. Oh no, there's a Gwen. Alright, so we pressure the Gwen here. We probably kill her if she's at the wolves. Alright, I think I just baited my Sona. It's fine. Oh, he's running Shirelli. Very interesting. I'm gonna E here. Nice ult. I'm gonna ult onto the Xerath. I'm gonna W immediately. The Zillion does ult himself. It's fine. I still have ult. I got a double kill on the Zillion. And that's where the fight ends. I was hoping to ult again. I didn't want to ult immediately because of the Zillion ult and the Gwen was on me. And I still had a good amount of cooldown timer on it if the fight continued. But we still got a double kill at the end of the day. Very nice, very nice. I'm glad my team was there to help me out. And now, we can do the dragon. Free dragon, very nice. Here we go. Try Q, W, so I don't get knocked back. Q again. And then you can actually heal off the jungle creeps and or objectives. So that's something to keep in mind here. So I just heal about 134. Pretty good heals. The Fury heals are nothing to scoff at. They're actually very relevant. And they do stack. So if you get like a line of like 2 or more people in a row with a Q2, and they're all afflicted with your bleed, that's a lot of healing. So it's very rare when that happens, but when it does, people do not expect that huge shield boost, and it has saved me a few times during some fights in the past. Alright, we're gonna head up to top river here. We're doing very well as a team. We're moving as a unit, and we want to keep doing this throughout the entire game. I have not stopped moving the entire time. I want to keep going after these fights. Very nice. I'm gonna E. Oh, I just E'd into the Xerath stun. It's fine. I'm gonna O onto the Xerath, then O onto the Scion. Oh, he gets Zillion ulted. That's fine. I'm gonna E onto the Scion. Ooh. Okay, Q1, Q2. Thank God Asona is there. I was slowed for longer than I thought I would be. But it's okay. I almost died there. Thank God Asona there. Alright, let's push this wave. We have the Ziggs right here. And the Ziggs finishes off the Zillion. Very nice. We get another turret. Huge. We are so ahead right now. And we get the turret. Big. No Xerath ult either. We back. And do it up. Super clean game by everybody here. I'm 7-0-3. Very strong, but I think everybody on the team is doing exceptional right now. So because they have a lot of CC, we want to go Merc Treads. I think the Merc Treads value goes exponentially high here. The slow from Zillion, the stun from Zillion, slow from Scion, slow from Gwen, and then the stun slow from Xerath goes very nicely. Plus, they have about 3 forms of magic damage. So Merc Treads, these kind of games, Merc Treads works very well. Super nice. Yeah, everyone's better now. Is that a Shirelia's Scion? What the hell am I looking at? By the way, this is a high diamond game with a Masters player on my team. They must be cooking up something that I don't know about, or they're trolling. I'm not sure. But regardless, we're winning. I'll take it. Alright, I'm gonna Q the minion. Or, not minion. I mean, honestly, Zillion might as well be a minion. It's okay. Oh, big ol'. I'm gonna O onto the Gwen here. Kill the Gwen. Very nice. Yeah, this is just a clean sweep by our team. Nothing much to say. But, despite this being relatively an easy game, I hope I was able to show you guys the power of Pale Blaze Naafiri, as well as starting E first, how it insta half health the Zillion. No matter who it is, you will insta half health your opponent, if they allow you to, that is, of course. And then after the early game, we went to the mid game. Throughout the entire game, we were very proactive with our choices, ganking a lot. We basically secured the bot lane win by our roams. And with that, we were able to win this high diamond game, as you can see. Easy win. There you go. And that is how you play Naafiri mid. I hope you guys learned something. Please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.